Shalom Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of His Word. And family, I want to wish every king, every queen, every prince, and every princess, I want to wish you a wonderful, magnificent Sabbath. And once again, thank you for bringing this in with your brother this week. And family, just as a reminder, to remind everybody, May 26, 2023. Live from Aldridge Auditorium, it is the Royal Gathering, and we are inviting each and every last one of you to come and celebrate and worship the Most High God with us that night. Bring in the Sabbath and give the Most High all the praise, give Him all the reverence and all the respect that He deserves, and we are so looking forward to each and every last one of you coming out. We are looking forward to meeting each and every last one of you. And I'm telling you, this is a really exciting time. Last year, we had a blast. Oh my gosh, we had a blast last year. And of course, we're going to do it again this year. So once again, Friday night, May 26, 2023, live from Aldridge Auditorium at Clark Atlanta University. It is the Royal Gathering 2. And we hope to see each and every last one of you there. And once again, the tickets are in the description right now. And family, as of this past Wednesday, out of 275 seats, 124 has already been purchased. I'm telling you, it's going to sell out. It's going to sell out, family. So I'm just let everybody know, make sure to get your tickets and get them now. Now, family. Woo! Tonight, I'm going to be 100% honest with you here tonight. I'm going to be very honest. Sometimes it doesn't take long to get a message across. Sometimes you just have to bring the message along. Sometimes you just got to just hit somebody, just uppercut them right there in the ribs. Get their attention. Tonight, that's what we're going to be focusing on. So family, please open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha. We are going to be reading first, starting from 2 Chronicles. The book is 2 Chronicles chapter 15. So everybody can go ahead and open up to that right now. But before we do, tonight's lesson, it's for all of the tribes, but I am particularly speaking to one tribe tonight. One. This tribe, I want your attention. And that is the tribe of Judah. Now, why are we talking about Judah tonight? Why? As y'all already know, well, many of you know, and some of you don't because you just come into the truth. The tribe of Judah is the very same tribe that Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus Christ, is from. The Black Messiah, according to the scriptures. Those of us who are termed Negro or the so-called African American, we're not talking about the so-called West Indians, the tribe of Benjamin. We're not talking about them. We're not talking about Levi. We're not talking about the Southern Kingdom or the Northern Kingdom. We're speaking about that one tribe that the Most High set apart from everybody else. And there's a reason why. And it is the tribe of Judah. The so-called African American, the so-called Negro. Why am I focused on us tonight? Because we have such a responsibility that most don't know. You see, in the scriptures, the Father said that Judah will be the one to rule. And I know that may be so difficult and so hard for many to understand, being that we are the ones that are on the bottom. We are the most disgraced. We are the most displaced people on this planet. And we are. We are. But why? Because of our own doing. Because of the things that we did and did not do when it came to these scriptures. We broke the law of the Most High. We are the top tribe. And as you can see, the influence of our people. I want you to really ask yourself this question. How is it that our people, we are the most influential people on this planet, all the way down from the way that we dress, the way that we talk, the way that we walk, and the things that we do, the way that we dance, our music, everything, the way we play sports, everything. We are the most influential people on this planet, but yet nobody takes us serious when it comes to nobody. No one. And you know why? It's our fault. And do you know why it's our fault? We do not bring the best of us out to represent the Father. And that's just the absolute truth. You see, Judah has the reputation of us thinking that we're cute. And I know that burns a lot of y'all. I know it does. But it's true. So family, please, I want everybody, every person under the sound of my voice needs to have their Bible open. And we're going to 2 Chronicles chapter 15. We're going to be reading from two books tonight, right here from 2 Chronicles and also from the book of Psalms as well. And sometimes you just got to get to the point. So with that being said, let's do that. 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 1. And the Spirit of God came upon Azariah, the son of Oded. So yes, family, we are taking a trip. We are going down history lane, family. Yes, we are. And he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. So now, the Father now starting to break some things down here. Who did it mention first? It mentioned Judah first. Now, why? Let's talk about this here. Let's talk about the black home. Now, you know when your parents or your guardians, whoever it may have been, your father, mother, aunt, grandmother, grandfather, and there was multiple children in the house. And there was one person that was always left in charge. That was the oldest. That was the oldest one, usually. Unless the oldest one did something stupid and then it went down to the next child and it pissed the oldest one off. But we know what we're talking about here, right? So let's continue. I want to read verse 2 again. And he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you, while ye be with him, and if ye seek him, he will be found of you. But if ye forsake him, he will forsake you. So now that's very heavy, real quick. Let's talk about that for a second. He made that clear. He said, first and foremost, if you forsake the Most High, he's going to forsake you. As we already know, because as of right now, he has his back turned to us. But if we do the things that he tells us to do, he's like, I got you. I will not indeed forsake you, but I will be right there with you. I want y'all to really understand what that's saying. As far as the Most High, the God of Israel, him being like, in anything that you do, I'm right there. You have to remember who this is. A lot of our people, they have no idea who the Most High God of Israel is. They don't. Why? Because Christianity and all of these other false religions out there, they have diminished the name of the Most High because they can't actually diminish the Father. But when it comes to his name, they have diminished the name of the Most High because of their BS. It has ruined the illusion of his power. Straight up, it certainly has. And as we all know, the Most High is all powerful. He is the power. There's no such thing as power without him. But when it comes to our people, and especially Judah, we don't have that fear anymore. We don't have it. Because it has been diminished with Christianity. It has been diminished with all of the nonsense. That even when we hear the word of God, there's no fear there. None whatsoever. Nothing that just plucks the back of your ear and just make you sit up. Nothing. Because the Most High has been downplayed all these years. And why? Because of our sin and our sinful nature. All right, verse 3. Now, for a long session, Israel, not the whole world, Israel hath been without the true God, and without a teaching priest, and without law. How heavy is that statement? I'm going to read that again. Now, for a long season, that includes all the way up until today, Israel hath been without the true God. Why is it mentioned in that? Because the Most High already told us, as we have talked about many, many times, those other nations, they have their gods. This is why you have the term heathen and pagan. Because the Most High already told us, he said, yo, listen, those other nations, they got their gods. They already have their gods. I'm yours. I am your God. I am the God of all. And I'm your God. I am the God of all things. I am the God. But I am your God. And I don't think our people really understand the power in that statement. First and foremost, the God of Israel, the God of all things. He says, now, for one, I created everything. And I specially created you. And I am the God of the special people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that's on this planet. I only belong to you. But Christianity and all these other little false religions have lied on the scriptures and said that there's many ways. Even Steve Harvey is doing it right now, saying that there's many ways to God. And I already talked about that idiot. As a matter of fact, that was the very first lesson, that was the very first wake-up call. That was the beginning. And here he is, it's just ridiculous. It's stupid. And it truly, truly is. But it's real. It's absolutely real. Okay? So now, I want to take a detour real quick. I want to go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2. And go down to verse 11 for me, please. We'll come back to Chronicles. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 11. Let's see what this says. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people, again, the Father making this 100% clear, 100% accurate. He says that these other nations, they have their gods. But my people, meaning that there's an ownership there. But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. Do y'all understand that? The Father said first and foremost that his Israelites are to be glorified as well. It's not just him. He also put that on us. Now, of course, above all things, he is to be glorified first. Then Yahushua, then come us, then the angels. But it's the proof right here. I'm going to read it one more time. Hath a nation changed their gods? Again, the Most High right there showing you that he is not the God of the other nations, which are yet no gods. He said, these are the gods of the nation. They're not gods. They can't be me. But my people, the ownership, but my people have changed their glory, meaning that the Israelites have a glory. For that which doth not profit, which means that the things that we glorify in and how we are glorified today has absolutely no profit, meaning that it is absolutely worthless. What are these things? First and foremost, let's talk about this here. We have a lot of these so-called rap artists / hip hop artists / singers / crooners, ghetto crooners, that do not glorify the Most High in their music and anything that they do. Who do they glorify? They glorify Satan. They glorify these devils with all of their symbology, all of it, everything. From the tight pants. And I know y'all see the way that these rappers dress now, in these skinny jeans pushing their nuts up into their throat. Then you have our sisters that are out there, scantily clad, twerking. All you have to do is go on social media and just be completely disrespected by what our sisters do. And not only our sisters, but even our brothers with a life of sodomy. There's no glory within Israel anymore. And I need y'all to understand that. I need you to understand how we were removed from our glory. And I am not saying that, I'm reading scriptures. Let's go back, Second Chronicles. I'm telling y'all, it's going there tonight. Just to let y'all know, it's going there tonight. All right, so let's go back to verse 3. Let's read it one more time. Now, for a long season, Israel hath been without the true God, and without a teaching priest, and without law. The teaching priest, meaning us brothers bringing out this word. And when we are to bring out this word, we are to bring the law right along with it. Makes you think about Christianity and how horribly we have been treated and bamboozled. Verse 4, but when they in their trouble did turn unto the Lord God of Israel and sought him, he was found of them. So now, as we see, the Most High's protection is conditional. Because the Father said, if y'all keep my commandments, if you do what I tell you to do, I got you. But if you don't, I will forsake you. So as you see, when we begin to keep the commandments, there's no time frame on this. And this is what I want y'all to understand, because most people think that it is going to be a time frame for when the Father comes. No, the Father's like, when y'all get your stuff together, then I'm going to send Yahushai and the angels back to get you and put you into your rightful place, which is the ruling regiming party on this planet. But because we still have so many different influences out there, because we have the influence of social media, because we have the influence of these so-called celebrities, these black celebrities that have white masters, still to this day, the inception of slavery is still here. It didn't go anywhere. It went nowhere. It just changed job titles. That's all it has done. The slave master is now called an employer, and the employee used to be called a slave. That's all it is. All it is. And if you don't believe me, you can go to your job right now and just look at the pecking order. No secret there. Let's continue. Verse 5. And in those times, there was no peace to him that went out, nor to him that came in, but great vexations were upon all the inhabitants of the countries. That's the Most High doing that. The Most High bringing vexation, bringing wrath on those people. Bringing wrath on the other nations because Israel cried out to him. Can you imagine what that's going to be like once we all get our minds right, once we all get our lives right, once we get our spirits right, and everything just happens to line up with scripture and we begin doing the Father's will? Do you understand the power that we will have again as a nation? And it's coming. We don't know, but it's coming. And the thing that is going to bring that into play is when we start doing what we're supposed to do. You can't get around that, family. You cannot and will not. Verse 6. Listen to this. And nation was destroyed of nation, and city of city, for God did vex them with all adversity. The Most High wasn't playing no games. The Most High was like, all right, he was up there. He was like, okay, all right. So Israel, y'all are back at it right now. Okay, y'all are doing what y'all supposed to be doing. Now watch what I do. And the Most High was down there tearing them up, tearing up these nations. And Israel, we got to actually sit and watch that. And I'm talking about watch with glee, watch with happiness, because we know what these other nations already do to us. It's no secret. No secret at all. Excuse me. All right, so let's continue. I actually want to read that one more time. And nation was destroyed of nation, and city of city, for God did vex them all with adversity. So now I want to get the definition of adversity. That's why I want to bring this out. Y'all can't, I'm telling y'all have to, please, I tell y'all all the time, make sure that you are looking up the definition of things. Make sure you know when someone is trying to explain something to you. If they don't have the explanation, you get the explanation yourself. All right, adversity is God's way of getting our attention. Adversity includes trouble, opposition, pressure, chastening, illness, anguish, testing, or tribulation. It is greater or may seem greater than our ability to resolve. It sometimes comes in multiples, several trials at once. Who can relate to that? Straight up serious, Israel. Who can relate to everything that was just said there? I know I can. I know all Negroes can too. We all get it. We all understand that. And you see that definition, when you actually get the definition of adversity, it makes that verse so much more understandable. You see, it's things like that where you definitely have to understand what the verses say, because if not, all you're going to do is just read over it. You know, that's why I always tell you, take your time when you read the Bible. Take your time and read, okay? All right, so let's continue. Verse 7. Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. I'm going to read this again. Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. I want to make sure y'all understand what that says. Let not your hands be weak. What's the Father talking about? Talking about putting the work in. You got to put the work in. And your work, meaning keeping these commandments, will be rewarded. Will be rewarded. I'm planting a seed here. Will be rewarded. Okay? Okay, so let's talk about who this chapter is about in the first place. This is talking about Asa. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the story of Asa, first and foremost, Asa is the third king of the southern kingdom. This is after the northern and southern kingdom. When they went ahead, they broke up. And of course, you had Jeroboam, who was the king of the northern kingdom. And then you had the other three. You had Asa, who is the son of Abijah, and his grandfather was Rehoboam. Now, Rehoboam and Abijah, those two niggas right there were absolutely evil. And you can read about them in the book of Kings. Them niggas were evil. And so Asa, this is a brother, and I want y'all to understand this. This is why it is so important that we know our history. Asa is a brother. And this brother saw how his father and his grandfather ran things. And Asa knew, he's like, yo, this is not right. This is not right. So what did Asa do? Asa said, okay, me being a brother, you know what I'm going to do? One man. He said, I'm going to get the people's mind right. We are returning back to the Father. We're going back there. Asa was that dude. All right. And I wanted to give you that background about Asa so that you can see what's going to happen as it comes up. Watch this. Verse 8. And when Asa heard these words and the prophecy of Oded the prophet, he took courage and put away the abominable idols out of all the land of Judah and Benjamin, and out of the cities which he had taken from Mount Ephraim, and renewed the altar of the Lord that was before the porch of the Lord. So I want y'all to see this. This king of Judah, this Judite, said, I'm getting everybody straight. All right. First and foremost, I'm gonna go get the land of Benjamin straight. I'm gonna get the land of Ephraim, and so on and so on. But I want y'all to understand, do y'all see how we had land? It all belonged to us. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see the position that we were in before? We ruled the world. We ruled the planet. And we had our very own sections. Our very own. And guess what we did? We pissed it all away. How? Sin. Took us completely away from everything that belonged to us. Let's continue. Verse 9. And he gathered all Judah and Benjamin and the strangers with them out of Ephraim and Manasseh and out of Simeon, for they fell to him out of Israel in abundance when they saw that the Lord his God was with him. Family, my goodness, I don't understand how anybody cannot understand that. Even those strangers right there that the Father's talking about, remember, everything is contextual. With the strangers there, the Father was like, first and foremost, I'm going to destroy them. These are the people right here. Okay. I'm going to destroy them right in front of you. I'm going to whoop them to your pleasure and delight. Do y'all understand this? Do y'all understand the whole cerebral understanding behind how we were back then? The Father was like, yo, listen, I'm gonna beat them in front of y'all. Don't worry, I'm gonna make sure everybody knows who y'all are. Is it like that today? Nope. Can it be like that today? Yep. Just that simple. All right, let's go back. Let's go to verse 10. So they gathered themselves together at Jerusalem in the 3rd month, in the 15th year of the reign of Asa. And they offered unto the Lord the same time of the spoil which they had brought 700 oxen and 7,000 sheep. I want y'all to think about that too. Can you imagine? Look at them numbers. 700 oxen. Can you imagine seeing 700 cow or bull or whatever you want to call them on your land? Do you understand the amount of land that you have to have? And this is coming from each person now. Y'all got to think about this. Y'all got to think about how rich we were. You see, even in the Superman movies where Lex Luthor, like those original Christopher Reeve Superman movies, right? What was Lex Luthor always after? Where's all my comic geeks? Where y'all at? What was he always after? Even in the DC animations, what is he always after? Not only him, but let's go over to Marvel. Let's talk about Thanos. And I need to do a study on this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a study on these damn superheroes. But what was the one commodity? What was that one resource? Land. Land is the greatest commodity that you could ever have. Why? Because if you own the land, you own the resources. If you own the resources, what is that talking about? It's talking about gold, metals, oils, all those things. Vegetation, habitation, all those things. Everything. That's how rich we were. But of course, they don't teach this to anybody that is a Negro, Hispanic, or Native American because they are removing us from our history. This is why you need to jump your black ass in these scriptures and read your history. It's a great history. Verse 12. And they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord God of their fathers with all their heart and with all their soul. We talked about that last week, remember? The covenant that the Father had with the forefathers of the 12 tribes. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That promise was only for one people, and that's Israel. Let's continue. I really want y'all to pay attention to this next part. This part is so cold, and I love it. Verse 13. That whosoever, we dealt with that before, that whosoever would not seek the Lord God of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. All praises to the Most High God of Israel for that one. What did the Most High say? The Most High said, I don't care if you are a child. I don't care if you are a teenager. I don't care if you are male or female. You are not following me. You're dead. Who's the audience? The audience is Israel. The Father is speaking to Israel. He said, if you are not doing what I told you to do, if you are not following my laws, you're dead. I don't care if you're a child, teenager, male, or female. You are dead. You are finished. Keep playing with the Father and watch what he do. Keep playing with him and watch. Verse 14. And they swear unto the Lord with a loud voice and with shouting and with trumpets and with cornets. I'm going to read this next part. Watch this. And all Judah rejoiced at the oath. Ding, ding, ding. Plant the seed right now. That word oath. And all Judah. Us Negroes. There's a problem coming right now. Who's the focus on right now? The focus is on Judah. And all Judah rejoiced at the oath, for they had sworn with all their heart and sought him with their whole desire, and he was found of them, and the Lord gave them rest round about. Can you imagine if we had that today? If the father was like, for all of my children down there, just rest. Like he tells us to do every Sabbath, but we still don't do that either. But what is happening in this explanation? What's going on right now? What's happening? Let me tell you. What's happening right here is that the father said, Judah, top tribe, I'm talking to you. Y'all are responsible for the oath. Y'all are responsible for making sure that you keep the oath and making sure that your 11 other tribe brothers and sisters keep it too. Guess what we did, Judah? Negroes, so-called African Americans. Guess what we did with the father? Guess why the Most High is so mad at Judah? You know what we did? First, we broke the covenant. 2, we lied and said we would keep it and didn't. And 3, all of the tribes are out of whack because of us. All of them. All of them. 4, we did not keep our responsibility. We did nothing. And we're still not keeping it. And now you ask these questions, you wonder why our people are in the conditions that we're in. When the father, when he just said here in verse 13, that he doesn't give a damn about if the children, teenager, small or great, male or woman, he said, I don't give a damn who it is. I'm going to kill him. It's so cold. And I love it. But now when you start asking yourself, why are all these little brothers and sisters out here dying in these streets, getting shot down or murdered? Why you can't even go to Mexico? Why you can't even go to a place where it's your other tribal brothers and sisters and they got murked. They got killed. You can't even go to Mexico without getting into some stuff. That's real, family. Now, there's something here that I want to talk about. In verse 15, I want to read this one more time. And all Judah rejoiced at the oath. Let's get the definition of oath. Y'all ready for this? A solemn, usually formal calling upon God or a God, which is you, to witness to the truth of what one says or to witness that one sincerely intends to do what one says. Keeping the commandments, keeping the oath. So basically what an oath is your promise, your guarantee to do what the Father told you to do. And we broke that. And now we're suffering because of it. Verse 16. And also concerning Maacah, the mother of Asa, the king, listen to what he did to his own moms. Watch this. He removed her from being queen. Stop. You sisters out there, you mothers, I want you to listen to what I'm getting ready to say. Imagine your son, your baby boy. Y'all know how y'all are. Y'all know a lot of you sisters. Yeah, that baby, your sons. Yeah. And put them in panties versus boxers. Y'all already know where I'm getting ready to go. For you mothers out there that are soft on your sons, Imagine that very same child kicks you out of the kingdom because you decide that you want to disrespect the Most High. That is what we need back. We need those sons that's like, I don't give a damn who it is. I don't care if it's my mama. I don't give a damn if it's my grandmama. I don't care if it's my auntie. I don't care who it is. If you break the Most High's commandments, you are out. That is what we need back. Those are the brothers that we need. Asa was one of them brothers. I love it. Love it. I'm going to read that one more time. And also concerning Maacah, the mother of Asa the king, he removed her from being queen. So I want to make another point here, because there's a lot of people and a lot of our sisters, and believe it or not, some of our brothers as well, who will say there ain't no queens in Israel. We are a royal nation. Idiots. All right, let's continue. Because she had made an idol in a grove, and Asa cut down her idol and stamped it and burnt it at the brook Kidron. But the high places were not taken away out of Israel. Nevertheless, the heart of Asa was perfect in all of his days. So many people out there, oh, you can't be perfect. That ain't what the Bible says. Verse 18, and he brought into the house of God the things that his father had dedicated, and that he himself had dedicated, silver and gold and vessels. And there was no more war unto the 35th year of the reign of Asa. That's a king right there. That's a king right there. King Asa, black man, so-called African-American, Negro, if he was alive today. That's how our brothers get down. You see, kings, you kings of Judah, we have that responsibility whether we like it or not. We have that responsibility. It is up to us to bring the kingdom back to us. It is. Anything that we do is going to be viewed by the Father. Everything that we do should be approved by the Father. Everything that we do must go through the Father. If you are making any decisions, and I'm talking to the kings right now, of all tribes, all 12, if you are making a decision that does not have the Most High's blessing, it is going to fail. Do you understand what I'm telling you? It is going to fail. Why? Because the Father has to say yes in everything that we do. And it's almost laughable that we can actually sit and think that we are going to make a decision based on anything that we do without the Father being in it. That is probably the most asinine thing that many of us do. All right? So that was that. Now I want to go to the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms, chapter 19. And we're going to read this and we're going to close this out. Psalms, do y'all know what that is? Let me talk about that for a second. Do y'all know what Psalms are? They're songs. Songs. Psalms chapter 19. Now, if y'all are unfamiliar, Psalms was written by King David. King David. So if it's a psalm, you know what that meant? It meant that this man can sing. Just like our brothers know how to do. And that don't make him no punk. That don't make him effeminate. I can't sing. I wish I could, but I can't. And I know to stay in my lane in that area. But there are so many of our brothers that's able to sing out there that have voices. And I mean angelic type voices. I mean, there's some of our brothers out there that can hit high notes better than a female and will whoop your ass. Will break their foot off in you forever trying to disrespect them. Masculine, complete masculine brothers. And King David was one of them. Our forefather. Sing his ass off. And then whoop some ass. That's what I'm talking about. That Brothers, that's what I'm talking about. Those men within Israel are missing today. All of us are supposed to be like that. All of us are supposed to be on that level. We may not all be able to sing, but we all should be on that level. That everything that we do comes directly from our heart. It comes from the depths of our soul, and it is all to reverence the Father. I'm telling you, man, we are such a mighty people. We are such a mighty nation. If we only understood how powerful and how strong our God is, we wouldn't be in any of the situations that we're in right now. I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, Psalms chapter 19, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So this right here is straight reverence, respect to the Most High, and showing you just how great and wonderful and powerful and terrible he is as a God. Watch this. Verse 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. And there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. So that is so deep right there. First, remember, talking about the craftsmanship that the Most High uses with his hands. Now remember, he created everything and he spoke them words. Remember, he created everything with a spoken word. And from that spoken word, it says this again: there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Verse 4, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them he set a tabernacle for the sun. So it is going to show you, they say even the Father put a place where the sun goes to rest, and that's under the earth. For those of you who don't understand how the solar system works, you see, even in school, they lie to you. They lie to us in school so much. You know how they say that the world is spinning, and it's so dumb. What happens with this here is that the actual solar system is moving around the earth. That's why the sun comes up in the same place every day and goes down in the same place every day. If there was anything different about that, if that was done according to the way that school has taught us, then that means that the sun at between the months of May to August would rise in the north and set in the south. It means that the sun would not be in the same place every day. That's how you know that the earth is not moving, but yet it's the solar system. And that's how the Father is able to take the sun and put it directly under the earth and call it a tabernacle. It's very, 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 very simple once you stop and you think and you get rid of the lies that you were taught in school. All right, verse 5. Which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. This is still talk about the Most High. Verse 7. Here we go. The law of the Lord is perfect. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. Now let me explain something to you. That right there talks about me, my dumb ass, and how I used to be. Little nigga out here in these streets or whatever, thinking he was cute and wasn't. An idiot. I was an idiot, an absolute idiot. I was a fool out there in them streets. And somebody as foolish and stupid as I was, and as simple as I was, the Father said, I'm going to make you wise. Many of you, male and female, are in that very same position. We used to be out there in them streets doing things. We was out there thinking that we were cute. And then what happened? The Father put us on our knees, made us submit. and said, you have no power. I'm the power. And now what do? We serve him. All praises to the Most High. It gets no better than that. Verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. Family, it doesn't get any more simple than this. The Father says we got to keep his commandments. And when we do keep his commandments, it does something to us. It puts us in the proper grace. It puts us in a place of mercy. It puts us under the watchful eye. It puts us under the direction of the Most High. And what do we have to do? We just have to live righteously. We just got to keep his commandments, his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. Let's continue. Verse 9, the fear of the Lord is clean. We talked about that earlier. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever, enduring forever, meaning that this is never going to end. And to fear the Most High, to fear the Lord means to keep his commandments. So it doesn't matter. You see how anything that you bring out, you can always combat the idiot Christian. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. You see how that went over so many people's heads right there too. How the Father said, this is not only as sweet as honey, but also the honeycomb, meaning for us that these commandments are not only sweet, but also the source of where they come from is sweet as well. The Father gave the product and the source and referred it right back to him. The word is his product, but he is the source, and it is so sweet. Goodness gracious. Verse 11, moreover, pay attention now. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Just like we read earlier in 2 Chronicles chapter 15. Again, I want to show this to y'all. Do you understand? Do you get it? It doesn't matter where you go in these scriptures. It says the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It doesn't matter if it's the Old Testament. It doesn't matter if it's the New Testament. It doesn't matter if it was the books that were removed from the Bible called the Apocrypha. They all say the same thing. Let's continue. Verse 12. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. He's talking about these last days. So what is David saying? David's saying, I know I'm going to come back. Read that one more time. And I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Do you see what this here? Just like King Asa knew, King David knew as well. The power, the source comes from him. Not them, not me, not you, not the government. Him. Him and only him. This is why Yahushua always made sure that he gave reverence to the Father. That's why when the man asked Yahushua, he said, good teacher. He said, why are you calling me good? Good master. Why are you calling me good? There's only one that's good, and that's him. That's the Father. Nobody else. And I agree. There's only one good one, and that's the Most High. The second you put yourself into a category about you being good, you are the worst. I'm telling you right now. Each and every last one of us, we are out here. We are trying to do everything that we can. We are trying to bring our people into this truth. But the thing with us is that we have to remain humble, just like they did, just like Asa and just like King David. What do we have to do? We got to remain humble. We have to remind people where that power comes from. That power comes from the Father. It's all him. All respect, reverence, praise, and honor goes to him. Nobody else. Him. That's it. And Yahushua made sure that we understood, don't give him praise. He said, put all that praise where it belongs, and that belongs to our Father. Doesn't that sound so good? Think about this here for a second. I want you to seriously think about this here. Put this on your noggin real fast. That Yahushua, just like we learned last week, he wasn't for all people at all. Yahushua said, our Father. Our Father, brethren. Our Father that's in heaven. Not them of these other nations. Ours. This one big family. And right now, it is a dysfunctional family amongst Israel. And we are a dysfunctional family right now. But the great thing about it is that we know the end of the story. And we know at the end of that story that we will be the ones, well, the 1/3, we will be the ones to be redeemed. And how do you do that? Simply by keeping the commandments of the Most High God of Israel. And it is that simple. Israel. I am so glad we was able to bring this out here tonight. And like I told y'all, it doesn't always take an hour to do a lesson. And of course, being that we just went ahead, we're going to wrap this up because it is the Sabbath. It is time for y'all to rest. But I want y'all to do that. I want you to rest. And then also, let me address something here really quick for the idiots out there. They're, believe it or not, unfortunately, family, there are stupid people within Israel. Let me tell you how. There are people who think that because I tell y'all to get tickets, that I mean to get it during the Sabbath. Anybody that is walking with me in this truth knows that all financial transactions and everything are done after the Sabbath, not during, but after. Now, even if anybody was to donate or whatever towards the royal gathering or whatnot, get your tickets, whatever, you're not breaking the Sabbath. This is all done within and for the kingdom. But I am going to tell you, just to keep you on the safe side, do everything after the Sabbath. Do it after, okay? Just so that there's no one that can say anything to you. Remember, preventative measures, okay? It's always best to prevent a fire than to actually put one out. So it just makes it more simple. But family, let me shut my mouth. Go rest. I love y'all. And remember, for those of you that have not had your tickets and you are in the Atlanta area or wherever you may come from, go ahead and get your tickets and be at the gathering because we're going to turn that baby out. All right. So that's it. I'm done. I'm finished. Family, I love y'all. Go have a wonderful, wonderful Sabbath. And with that being said, Israel, I love you. I'm out.